شوف كده ده unit circle خلاص. في any problem in these questions؟ هنشوف كده ايه the unit vector. What is the unit vector? What the meaning of unit? Unit is what? Unit is one. مش كده ولا ايه؟ انتوا معايا؟ Unit
ايوه
means the vector of length 1 unit. يعني for example, if the vector is called I equals 1 and 0, so this vector is the unit vector in direction of x-axis. Here is 1 and 0, and the length of this one is 1. So I is the unit vector in direction of x-axis. Its length is square root of 1 plus 0, which is 1. يبقى I ده اسمه unit vector in the direction of x-axis, and J is 0 and 1 is the unit vector in direction of y-axis, وده in direction of x-axis. Okay, يبقى I equals 1 and 0, and J equals 0 and 1. I is the unit vector in the direction of x-axis, and J is the unit vector in direction of y-axis. This is 0 and 1, so this vector called J, and this vector called R. This vector, okay? Do you have any problem? يعني if you have vector A is 2 and 3, then you can write vector A in terms of I and J. Vector A is 2 in direction of x-axis and the 3 units in direction of y-axis, so you can write it as 2I plus 3J. It's okay? And if vector B equals -1 and 5, then vector B is -I plus 5J. Okay? If vector C equals 2 and -6, then vector C will be 2I minus 6J. Okay? If vector D is 0 and -3, then vector D will be -3 in direction of G. It's okay? So I is the unit vector in direction of x-axis, and J is the unit vector in direction of y-axis. And we can write any other vector in terms of I and J. It's okay? Do you understand? Have you got it? So if you have A is 2 and 7, and vector B is -3 and -2, find 2A plus 3 of vector B and write them in fundamental unit vectors, means the unit vectors. Yani I is the fundamental unit vector in direction of x-axis, and J is the fundamental unit vector in direction of y-axis. If we need to find 2A plus 3B in the fundamental unit vectors, so we have to add them first. So 2A is 4 and 7, 4 and 14, so 4 and 14, plus 3B, which is -9 and -6, and add them, you will get -5 and +8. When we write, this is a vector. When you write it at the fundamental unit vector, you will write -5 in direction of x-axis, which is -5A plus 8 in direction of y-axis, which is 8G. It's okay?
تمام.
You understand? Some examples. If A is 2 and 3, will B is 0 and -2. The number 1. Find 3A minus 4B and write them in fundamental unit vector. Number 2. If A equals half and -4, B equals 2 and 3. Find A minus or plus 4B in fundamental unit vectors. Okay? You will find them, and I'm going to check them now. But after you finish, just tell me if you understand or if you have any problem in any question of these questions or in the previous questions.